Well, thank you very much. We're so happy to be here with you tonight, and I want to present to you the St. Paul Police Band. That's right. We're from St. Paul, Minnesota, so we're from over there on the other side of the river. So we're going to treat you to a concert tonight. I'm so happy you're all here. We've got a nice crowd. You're going to hear concert music, you're going to hear some show tunes, and some marches, which is one of our specialties. So real quickly, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are, being that we've come over the border and everything. And by the way, we made it through customs okay. So here we are. So we are 101 years old. Last year, we celebrated our 100th birthday and our 100th anniversary. The St. Paul Police Band was started in 1923 by 3 police officers who thought the department should have a band. So they played as a trio, and eventually more police men joined the police band. And then at a certain point, women joined the police band, and we started really sounding pretty good at that point. And then civilians came in, and really right now, we really are part of the outreach program for the St. Paul Police, and we are civilians as well as sworn police officers. So we're so happy to be here with you. We're gonna have a great show. The first song we did was Malagueña. That was made famous by the Stan Kenton Orchestra back in the 60s and 70s. Great song, a little Cuban Fire. And now we're gonna move on to America and on to Victory. America was written by John Kikavis. So I used to pronounce it wrong, but Brian said it's Kikavis. Okay, so a couple of patriotic songs, and what I want to do is I want to introduce to the podium our own Mr. Chad Green. Chad Green got his master's degree in music conducting at North Dakota State University, NDSU. So here we are with America and On to Victory. So just to let you know, the St. Paul Police Band is actually two bands in one. We're a concert band, just like we're doing right now, sitting down and playing for you guys, which is great. We're also a marching band. There's a group of us who march in town festivals and parades around the state of Minnesota, sometimes in Wisconsin, but a lot in the state of Minnesota. And it's really a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, we just marched in North Branch just this last Sunday, which is north of Forest Lake in Minnesota, so it's just south of Canada by, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles maybe. So what we're going to do for you right now, talking about some patriotic music, is we're going to start with a march that oftentimes we will do on the street. It's called Military Escort. I'm supposed to say it features our fabulous trumpet section. So, okay, it features our fabulous trumpet section. All right. Right after that, we're going to do our Armed Forces Salute. So here's what's important. For anybody who is in the service, any of the branches of military service, just feel free to stand up, feel free to wave, feel free to do whatever you would like to do so we can recognize you. So first is military escort, then we'll do our Armed Forces Salute. So everybody's got a happy place, right? You know, everybody works hard and all that, and there's a place that they call their happy place. It could be an actual place, it could be on the boat, whatever it is, it's a happy place. Well, we have a very, very wonderful friend who's here tonight in the audience and has been part of the St. Paul Police Band for a long time. His name is Mr. John Hugh. He's a special person to all of us in this band. And he does have a happy place. It's Rothenburg in Germany. Not down the street by any means, but it's over there in Europe, Rothenburg in Germany. And we have a special treat today to honor our good friend John Hugh. We're going to have Chad Green, our conductor, play a euphonium solo called Autumn in Rothenburg. And we're going to have our assistant conductor for tonight, Kathy Hartman, who's normally seen in the percussion section, but she's going to direct this group so that Chad can play the solo. So this is Autumn in Rothenburg.
So I get to speak, but I don't. Words fail. Where words fail, music fills in, and that's what this is. As Dale introduced, our friend John, he's sitting over here. John joined the band in the same. Yes, please. I think many of you know John. John joined the band, the St. Paul Police Band, in 1991. He remained active through 2004 and then took time off for raising his family. He's got 3 wonderful kids. I know 2 of them are here. Where's Joe? We're missing Joe. That's all right. We got the girls. Claire and Anna are here, so we're grateful for that, and his lovely wife. John returned in 2015 and earned his life member pin in 2016. John has been active in the concert band as a member of the euphonium section and has served as the band's MC since 2015. We're trying hard to fill his shoes, but nobody can fill the microphone of this voice. If you're ever in the area, St. Croix, John? St. Croix High School, the voice of the Panthers. If you've ever been to one of their games, that's the man you hear. He also performed with the marching band as a drumline member by carrying a bass drum for many, many years. This past February, John was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. With the support of his wife, Amy, his kids, Claire and Anna and Joe, and so many others who love him, he has been fighting hard, armed with his deep faith and unmatchable sense of humor. When we commissioned this piece, John was asked what he loved, and 2 of the things were autumn and Rottenberg. I reached out to a friend of mine, Dr. Nicholas Myers, the director of bands at East Central University in Oklahoma, and he wrote this for us, Autumn and Rottenberg, in honor of our friend, our brother, Mr. John Hugh.
So I'll just stay seated with my back to you, not intentionally, unless my wonderful caregiver will work another one of her immense miracles that she does every day. And so I just want to say 2 things about music and friendship. We good? I learned how to play the trumpet in 1974, I guess, 73. I was a 4th grader. And Mr. Danielson said, music can take you anywhere you want to go. And look at where we are tonight. And to be able to play with your very best friends in life over and over and over again. And you are my very best friends in life. Aren't they just a wonderful band? Life gets really enjoyable when you have something you love and you get to do it over and over again and give it away and then do it again. And that is the joy of friendship. But music, to me, is bigger than that. I said music was my greatest love in life until I met Amy in 1991. And that was an easy trade to make. Now, Amy is my greatest love, and we enjoy music together. The music calms the soul. Music takes you back to the moments of joy. Music brings fond memories from maybe a wedding, maybe a drive in the country, maybe a first dance in a new house. But so often, music is right there. And sometimes it's just sitting in a park on a beautiful Tuesday evening with the sun and the blue sky and music just lingering. And all is right with our souls. So may you always have music in your life. And if there's a choir of angels to join, I'll sign up all of you so that when you get there, you'll start practice right away and make the choir better. To Chad and my dear police band friends, thank you. I love you dearly, and God bless all of you.
Well, if we could get another round of applause for Mr. John Hugh, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for those wise words that were actually just wonderful. Thank you very much for that. We're going to move on. Let's see now. Wizard of Oz. You guys have some familiarity with Wizard of Oz? So, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, very lyric song, one of the famous songs that Judy Garland sang. So, coming up next, if you all want to tap your heels together, whether you have ruby red slippers or not, can tap your heels together, and we're going to do Over the Rainbow. So one of the most famous streets in America, along with Wall Street, I suppose, would be Sesame Street. Anybody here familiar with Sesame Street? Yeah, everybody familiar with Sesame Street? Yeah, I've got some waves going on. So for anybody who watched Channel 2, for anybody who raised kids, anybody who really enjoyed the Muppets, we're going to give you our version of Sesame Street. So let's see. If we're not doing Scarborough Fair, we're moving on to, are we doing, okay. Okay. One of the most famous garage bands in the United States, which kind of came on the scene real heavy in the 1960s and 70s, was the Beach Boys. And one of my favorite bands, they had great tunes like Little Deuce Coupe, California Girls, and of course, my actual favorite, the little old lady from Pasadena, who was a chronologically mature female who just couldn't keep her foot off the gas pedal. So we're not going to do any of those tonight. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we're not doing tonight. But one of the things we are doing is the Beach Boys, and this is our rendition of the Bad Girl song, Fun, Fun, Fun. Well, obviously we love to do marches. I mean, we're the St. Paul Police Band. We really enjoy marches. So we're going to do a compilation for you from someone who you wouldn't think about as doing marches, which is John Williams. But he put together, there's an arrangement of a compilation of his marches, and you can see if you recognize any of the music. For example, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Throne Room from the Star Wars, the Olympic Spirit, and the Midway March. So we're going to give for you tonight the marches of John Williams. Well, I have to say this was a beautiful night at this beautiful park with a lot of wonderful people. We're so happy to be here tonight. Once again, we are the St. Paul Police Band. We'd love to come out here again sometime soon and see all of you again sometime soon. So we're going to finish up tonight. It's time to say goodnight, but we're going to play a very famous John Philip Sousa march. A lot of you are going to be familiar with this one. This is The Thunderer. Again, thank you all very much.